Mama. Oh, hold on. Let me share this out. Hold on. Let me turn you up also. Oh, we are on the road. Don't you love it when you live so freaking far out that you have to make an actual trek to doctors and hospitals and all that stuff? I need to stop and do this tire real quick too. How are you today, my love? I know it. I'm so sorry, my bubby. Wait, who is that? Okay. Oh my God. Come on, Light. Would you please turn green? He doesn't like it when we stop. Ugh. Hey, Twisted Sister. Oh, thank you so much. That's where I was going. Appreciate it. All right. I know, my boy. Wait. Is Lisa live again right now? What the fuck? I don't know, Whitney. Thank you. I know. He's miserable. He's so miserable right now. He'll go to sleep once we get moving. He just ain't having it. Just a minute. Happy birthday to you! I haven't even opened up Facebook except just that second ago to post this, so I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible wife. I mean, you already knew that, though. I'm a terrible wife. There. I didn't even get it shared. Oh my gosh, everybody, tell Not a Hater happy birthday. She's 35. The big 3-5. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stopped. But we kind of needed it. All right. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Hey, Ron. How it be, dude? Long time though. Oh, girl, yeah, we are headed to the doctor. He's so sick right now. I'm concerned that he might have RSV. Fingers crossed that he doesn't, but this Mimi did not sleep a minute last night. He's using his accessory muscles for breathing. And then he's grunting quite a bit. He's running a low-grade fever, but he threw up about 2 o'clock this morning. It was pure mucus. So, you good? He just can't get it up. I got him in the bath with me last night and let him just float for a good while, and then I would set him up with the wash rag on his back and cup his back as hard as I felt I could do without bruising him. And we did that for probably half an hour or more. It looks like somebody important died. And yeah, that was our fun night, which I went and picked him up knowing that he was sick. Good. All is good, other than we've all been passing this junk around. I was sick for a solid week. His brother's been sick. My son's been sick. We've all just been passing this around. So I really thought, at first I thought I had a sinus infection, but then since everybody else was getting it, I thought, well, this must be a weird virus. And so I've been saying it's hard to tell between him teething and the viral stuff if it's, what it is. So I was like, we don't take them to the doctor unless they're running fever. So he could have another ear infection too. He just was on antibiotics for an ear infection last month. So anyway, we're trying to figure this out because I got him last night so that his mama could sleep, because I knew that he didn't let them sleep all weekend. The worst. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks with it. That's, yeah, right? I told y'all, my 2 middle kids, they had 1 ear infection each when they were babies, 1. And that's all the ear infections I've ever dealt with before his brother. And my goddaughter's daughter, the one that just turned 9. Why does it sound like a window's down? She was the one born at 24 weeks, and she had to have tubes. So I sure hope that we don't have to go that route. He got tubes around 2 years ago, I guess. I think he was around 2. I think let me just say, I absolutely love their pediatrician. My daughter was actually talking about changing pediatricians. There is one here in this town that we live in, but I don't care for him much. I'll tell y'all that story in a little bit. But my daughter's mother-in-law is like best friends with him. I think she used to clean his house or something. I don't know. But they're really good friends with him. And he got mad at her when Josiah was born and found out that they were not going to use him for their pediatrician. Like, he wouldn't talk to her. There's a fly in this car. But I was like, it doesn't matter, because he's not a doctor that listens to parents. He's older. And he's literally the only pediatrician in this little town. You have to drive 45 miles to any other pediatrician at this point. But the woman that's their doctor, I've known her for years. Like, she's been a family friend even. My youngest saw her. So, and she knows my professional history also, and it's always nice when they sit and they discuss things with you. Like, she will literally spend half an hour in there just catching up with us. So the pediatrician here, I took his mama to one time because she had a on the, was it the back of her leg, or now I can't remember exactly where it was. On her leg, she got a staph infection, which public school, public cheerleading, gymnastics, practices, all that, it's something that happens. And she could have had a little mosquito bite, and the staph got in through that. So I had been working with it for like 3 days, and I had it completely drained, but the redness was not going away. So I took her to that doctor just to get antibiotics. And I told him, there's nothing left in it. We've been using hot compresses multiple times a day. It opened up. I got it drained out. We still used compresses. I've been keeping it clean. There's nothing left in it. Anyway, this doctor, she was like 9 or 10, brought the nurse in, had the nurse pin her down. I was like, you don't got to do that. She's not going to move. She's that chill, really. But they pinned her down anyway, and he cut that open. And guess what? It was completely empty. And then he was like, oh, well, Mom, you're right. You did a pretty good job. I mean, you could have squeezed on it and seen that nothing was coming out. So after he had to traumatize her by numbing the area and then slicing it open, and he's gone. Thank goodness he's out. And slicing it open and all that. She got antibiotics, but it was like, I don't want a doctor that's not going to listen to me. And I'm not saying I know it all. I'm not saying I'm any doctor. I definitely don't know as much as a doctor, but like, there's just times, you know. I worked for a surgeon. I dealt with staph-infected abscesses all the time there. Anyway, so I'm just glad she didn't choose that pediatrician. We love ours. As a matter of fact, Josiah calls her, like, he doesn't even say doctor, he just says her name. Or he calls her Miss by her name, her last name. Love her to death. I'm just hoping this is something we can get antibiotics for and go home. I did get a 2-hour nap this morning. His poppy kept him and let me take a little nap. But if it's something bad or we have to go to the hospital, I'm probably going to be calling into work tonight. So y'all think about this baby. He's just so miserable. What little bit I got him to sleep last night was literally sitting up on my chest. Here we go. And I need coffee. Well, what's everybody doing today? Working. How are you feeling, not a hater? FBSI, I just saw your comment. Thank you. What the freak? What was that? My freaking engine light is on. I got a full tank of gas. My tires have air in them. I just changed the oil Friday. Working. Yeah. I didn't even get home from work last night until, I don't know, a little before 1, I think. Shitty, nothing unusual. Back to the dentist tomorrow. Is it getting any better at all? I didn't even put his stroller in this car. I'm gonna have to wear him into the doctor. Thank God I keep wraps in here. I love my Moby wrap. I'm at the office working, ready to be home. I don't blame you. Low blinker fluid. You know, you're probably right. I always forget to check my blinker fluid. But wouldn't they have checked my blinker fluid when they were changing my oil and checking everything else? You would think. Like, I tell them, check all the fluids, please. This baby don't even match, y'all. I don't have, like, I gotta go get him some outfits, I guess. He's got a blue and white striped long sleeve onesie on, and I needed some pants for his legs. It's 57 degrees outside, so all I had for pants was some, like, light colored camo. It's like a tan and a light green camo pants with his blue and white striped shirt. He don't match for nothing right now. Yeah. Right low jaw where the bone graft is swollen still, and antibiotics just trying to push through. I know that's exhausting. Yeah, that's about like a man. Just to half-ass everything. I know you are so ready to be back to normal. Just think about this spring and summer and camping trips. Just push through it so that we can go camping this next spring. Hey, rainbows. How it be? Are you at work still? We'll be live again at, I don't know, I would like to say 5:30, but I guess whenever I'm headed back to work. I'm going to do this, then take him all the way back home and turn around and come right back to work. I went ahead and got dressed for work and have my backpack and all. Oh, yeah. I have everything in here for work. 90 minutes. I hear ya. What was I gonna say? Oh, what in the world? There was a crane, like the bird, the water bird, standing in the middle of the median of the highway. But I was able to get him in his chair with a bottle while I browned my stew meat and got everything put into my Instapot. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've never made soup in an Instapot, but I made vegetable beef soup. And I just threw it in there and I put it on slow cooker on low. I browned most of the cube steaks first. I'm over this. So many appointments and x-rays and them messing with my jaw. I have regrets big time. I never imagined to be this long a heal time. But then again, I can't do simple. No, you don't do simple, do you? It's like, hello, drama queen is here. Still sucks, man. And unfortunately, those kind of things, I know, buddy. I know. You hear them grunting, that's what worries me. When he grunts trying to breathe. Babies, man, let me tell y'all. Oh God, people ran away. With babies, they overcompensate and overcompensate and overcompensate until everything shuts down. That's why this gets so scary, because it's hard to tell how long they've been overcompensating for whatever is going on, especially with respiratory. That's what I'm worried about. That's why we're on our way to the doctor now. It was a rough night. But they don't really give you any signs that they are failing. And so usually, you know, it's too late. Adults can say, you know, something's wrong. I can't breathe well. Adults don't just go straight into respiratory arrest. Babies do. Usually. But yeah, he's got a little wheeze. I didn't pull my stethoscope out. He's got an audible wheeze. And, you know, I didn't think at first, because he wasn't running fever until like yesterday, and it was maybe a low grade temp. So I was like, he'll be fine. We just got to let it run its course between the teething and this respiratory virus that's apparently going around. Yeah. But then again, it was was the weekend, so it was watch him real close and treat his symptoms or take him to the ER. And with no fever, I didn't feel like he was really at the emergency room stage. What is going on with YouTube again? It says there's 0 people here. I know that's not right. Oh, hey, Snake Hole. Well, see, now it just says 1 person. That's so weird. Like the other night, we went from 7 to 3. Can't make its mind up. How are you today, sir? What's your weather like up there? You are pretty important. You are very important. Well, heck, the others may have dropped off. Well, there's FBSI again. You got pants on today? How are you feeling, FBSI? I'm good. Some snow that's mostly melted. Ooh, keep it up there. I'm telling you, keep it up there. Do you know that in my 40-something years, hey rainbows, it just keeps dropping down. No, why bother with pants? I agree. I have seen 1 white Christmas my whole life. 1. Yes, pants for now. Boo. And that was Christmas of 2000 when we had that. We had a big ice storm come through. Actually, it was mostly ice, more ice than snow. But Christmas Day, the ice and snow came. And that's the one and only time I've ever had a white Christmas. Hello, Just Me. How are you today, my love? Usually for Christmas, we're wearing shorts and t-shirts, or maybe sweatpants and t-shirts and flip-flops. Mostly. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, that was a big ice storm. We didn't have electricity for 9 days. And I had a 2.5-year-old and a 3-month-old when it happened. Thank God I didn't use formula, and it was a mess though. I think the scariest part of it all was that very first night when things were snapping. A small tree fell on my house, and we were in the kitchen. I had a gas stove, so thankfully I was still able to cook food, and I'd put the baby in his crib, and the baby's room was right off the kitchen. It's one of those older houses where you literally walk through one room to get to another. You know how they did it? Well, that sounds stupid because that's pretty much in any house. But like my house now, you know, you walk down a hallway and the bedrooms are left and right off the hallway. This house, you walked in the front door and you go through the living room and through the kitchen, and then you could go through the middle room to get to the master bedroom in the back, or you had to go through, oh my gosh, all 3 bedrooms to get to the bathroom or the bedroom. It wasn't quite a shotgun house, but it was like, it was in a kind of more of a circle. There were 2 rows. The blackout happened years ago. That was fun times. 5 days. bedroom right off the kitchen, but his crib was up against the outside wall where there was a window, and there was it wasn't a huge tree, but there was a tree in my side yard on that side of the house. And let me tell you, I was standing in the kitchen and I heard that tree start to crack. Actually, I think this was probably the next day. I don't think it was Christmas night. I think it was the next night, the day after Christmas, because my sister-in-law at the time was at my house, and we had like blanketed off part of the house so that we could run the gas stove to heat. It was terrible. But I heard that tree starting to crack, and I knew what was fixing to happen. Let me tell you, I don't know why they've banned all the old cribs from back then, but that good old Jenny Lynn crib on wheels is probably what kept me from having a heart attack, because the second I heard that tree starting to go, I ran in there and I didn't even grab the baby. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even grab the baby out of the bed. I just grabbed a hold of that crib and jerked it out of the bedroom into the kitchen out of the way, and the freaking tree fell on a house right there over where it didn't come through, thank God, but it fell right where that crib was. But when you don't have any electricity anywhere around you, it's pitch black at night, and all you hear is trees and limbs snapping and crashing down to the ground all over the neighborhood. It was pretty scary. Yeah. We were able to take showers, but the showers sucked because, we had a gas water heater also. So, we had hot water. You get in the shower and get warmed up, but then you have to get out of the warm shower into the freezing cold bathroom. That wasn't fun. By about day 5, I loaded up both my babies and I drove into Dallas to my dad's and stayed the night with them so I could just take a nice hot bath and sleep in a warm bedroom. And our landline wasn't fixed for months. So we were 9 days without electricity, but our home phone line, and when they did finally get it turned back on, remember the old party lines? They had our landline crossed with one of our neighbors, but they happened to be friends of ours. They lived behind us, on the road behind us, and like 3 houses up like a half a block over. And my stories are way better than Kathy's. I think I lived in my neighbor's pool. Wait, what? You lived in your neighbor's pool? This was December of 2020. You know, when all the computers were supposed to flip out on New Year's. We caught the crossed lines because, so her husband was a truck driver and he would call home or whatever, and I'd answer the phone and he'd be on the phone for her. But then we got that next phone bill, and the long distance bill attached to it was ridiculous, and they wouldn't pay it. That ruined a friendship for me. It was summer. Oh, I got you. I lived in the pool to stay cool. I was like, why the frick are you living in a pool? That's understandable. It makes me so nervous. What time is it? Oh, we're making good time. I'll have time to get them wrapped. Yeah, that sucked. Especially since I was broke as a joke back then. I didn't have no extra $200 to pay somebody else's long distance bill. And you know, we didn't have cell phones at that time. Well, there were cell phones, but I couldn't afford nothing like a cell phone back then. So, oh, this is getting difficult. Okay, I've got my phone up on my dash, and this is back there running. The sun's shining on it, so the brightness went down, and I can't freaking see y'all. They were the size of a car. Yeah, my mom had those bag phones that you literally had to leave in the car before they even had the portable, the brick phones. She had a big bag phone, and then she had a big brick phone. Boy, how cell phones have changed. Now they're actually computers in our hands. Could you imagine if somebody told us back then that we would have cell phones, that everybody would have cell phones? Landlines would pretty much be obsolete, and our phones would be computers, and we'd have access to everything we could possibly. I would have laughed. Hey, Bluebird, how are you, my love? Hi, Boogie. We're almost there. I know it. It's rough. I wonder how much those kind of phones go for, like on eBay now, if you could find one. I mean, and not just that, but when I first started in EMS was 2001, and our radios back then even were huge bricks. Do you need help? I know, Sugar Pie. And the radios now are just little, not much bigger than my cell phone, actually. I'm good, thank you, love. Good. Taking the baby to the doctor. He's not so good. Okay. Let's see, we need to get off here. What kind of phones? The original cell phones? I wish I still... Yeah. Our old cell phones, like the bag phone and that big old brick phone. Remember, what's his name? Zach, isn't it, on Saved by the Bell? Remember him walking around with that big old gray phone in his hand? It was like something you see in an old time movie, right? Oh my God, have you ever seen those reels they make where they hand kids now things like we had when we were little, like a rotary phone, and nobody could figure out how to use the rotary phone, or a cassette tape, and none of them knew what a cassette tape was, or an 8-track. MASH, yes, that's it. Thank you. I was like a walkie-talkie. Yeah, them big old heavy things. Well, he's got some upper respiratory issues going. I'm pretty sure it's viral. I'm just praying it's not RSV. We're going to get him checked for that and checked for ear infections again. So we are almost there. Why would you get in the turn lane way back there if you're not even going to turn in the first one? It's a really pretty day. Y'all, that rug that I found at the Goodwill, it cleaned up perfectly. Perfect. Like, it freaking looks brand new. I washed it twice. I got the spray and wash after it, or shout, whatever it was. And I found a few little stains, and so I'd spray it with the stain stuff and scrub it with my fingernail. And it looks brand new. My daughter said she's looked them up, and those things are like $300. Brand new. All right, now we get to have the fun time of finding a parking spot. It's asshole driving day. That's every day around here. What are you talking about? That's every day around here. There's never any freaking parking spots. Please tell me these are... All right. Okay, I'm here. I've got to get him out and get him wrapped because I didn't bring the stroller, so I'm going to wear him inside. So I will see y'all in a little while. Love y'all. Thank you. Bye.